Hey guys, welcome back to Paradise. So today's video is going to be just for the inspiring nomads out there. I've been seeing a lot of people that are saying that they want a nomad or would like to, and just need some encouragement on how to do it or some tips. So today I'm going to be bringing you some of my best tips on how to get ready to nomad. And this is for the nomads that pretty much want to live like us. So simple, on a budget, as close to nature as possible, as little city as possible. So just, yeah, on a budget, not going to campgrounds and doing all the national parks and all the fun, trendy stuff. Just boondocking, off-grid, all that stuff. So this is for you guys out there. If you want to do it the other way, you can still watch it. You probably get some good tips out of it. But this is just for the aspiring off-grid, boondocking, budget nomads out there. So let's just jump right into it. So my first tip is my first couple tips are going to be pretty much things that you can do while you're still living at home or in your city or wherever you are right now before you start actual nomading. So the first big one is pretty much try to live without luxuries. Limit them as much as possible, because then it won't be such a crazy transition from when you go from living in a house to living in your car. Because pretty much what you see on YouTube is not really realistic. So don't think that you're going to be like those big YouTubers. So just start living with less now. And then, yeah, it won't be such a shock later on. So just start, slowly taking away things. The biggest thing I would say is take away the TV. Sell it, get rid of it. The TV is just a complete waste of time anyways. There's nothing good on there. And of course, most people have a phone and a computer at the same time anyway, so just get rid of the TV. Just go outside. Go spend time just walking around and see what you actually do when you're not attached to entertainment, TV, internet, all that stuff like that. And then, yeah, slowly start taking other things away, like whatever, an electric can opener, start opening cans by hand. Just little things, so it's just not going to be such an abrupt jump from when you do go to start nomading. Next up, just start putting yourself on a budget as well. It's a very good thing to start doing while you're living in a city. See how much you can live without. Again, kind of the same as luxuries, but this is more for like the eating out, food, entertainment, all that stuff. See how much money you can save by just staying at home, reading, doing simple things, and then you kind of see if you actually like doing the simple things, because this life is very simplistic, so you can't have all the fancy stuff. So just go out there and start lowering your budget. So stop eating out, start cooking at home, and that kind of goes in with the next thing. Start kind of learning more about nature, learning how to cook on a fire, use a cast iron and stuff like that. You can start doing that at home, or at least you can start cooking more meals at home to see what kind of meals you can make and for what price while you're living at home. And then when you go out again, it won't be so crazy to just jump into making something that you're not used to making. So next, I would say just, yeah, learn some basic knowledge of nature. And try to learn like how to read maps, how to read topo maps, figure out like where you would look for water at, where you would, there's a bee. Foraging is always a good thing to learn. Anything that's going to be kind of like a survival skill, it's good to learn that anyways, no matter where you are. But it's definitely good in this type of lifestyle, because that's pretty much kind of what we do most of the time, is just kind of wander around. We explore. If we got water, then you can stay there longer. If you got foraging, you can stay there longer. So it's like a lot of these places, yeah, just look, get a foraging book, look at what area you're going to be like nomading in. Obviously the Pacific Northwest is full of berries and stuff like that, so you can have tons of greens, berries. There's lots of stuff up there you can eat. Deserts make it a little more difficult. You can still eat cactus and stuff like that. It's usually the in-between, kind of like where we're at right now. Kind of like the Utah, Nevada area, that's the most difficult, because there's really no water and we don't have the big mountains, so we can't get the runoff. So there's really not much growing here, and they did a lot of cattle grazing here, so there's not a lot of stuff to eat. You got pine nuts and things like that, but definitely a good thing to get yourself into and accustomed to while you're still living at home. All right, so now if you did all that and you can live on a low budget and you can live without luxuries, and you learned that you actually like being simple and just like walking around and not staring at the TV all day, then you're probably pretty set, and you'll be good at going or becoming a nomad, especially this type of nomad. The next thing you're going to want to do is do a trial run. Just take whatever vehicle you have. It doesn't matter what size it is. As long as you can lay in it somehow, even the front seat is fine. Just take it for a trial run for, I'd say, at least a week, by yourself, and then just see how you like it. Just go to like public land somewhere, find a spot. Don't bring a lot of stuff with you. Just bring the littlest amount you can, just food, water, and your shelter is your vehicle. So just go out, camp for a week, see if you like it, if you will be able to endure it, because a lot of people kind of lose their mind when they're by themselves. And that goes along with my next thing, is probably the hardest thing for most people to do is find their authentic self. That's probably one of the most difficult things for people to grasp, which it's really difficult to grasp when you're still living in society, because that's who you think you are. You live in the city. That's what you do. You go to bars, you go to concerts, you go snowboarding, you go skiing, golf, whatever your sport is. That's who you are. But that's technically not who you are, because if you took the city away and you just came out here and sat in the wilderness, who are you? Like, you can't golf out here, you can't ski out here, unless you're going to make the stuff yourself. But then those things mostly kind of drift away once you leave society, because you can only do them for so long until you're bored of them. So that's not really what you like. Because say you like golfing. If you golfed every single day of your life, you would get bored of it. So that's pretty much just like a hobby that you like to do. So you have to figure out who you really are inside. That's what your trial run's going to kind of show you. You'll be out there in wilderness by yourself. What do you do? Do you read? Do you hike? Do you stare at the stars? Do you forage? Do you like animals? There's lots of different things that you could do, but figure out who you are, and then that's definitely going to help you transition into this nomad life, because once you get out there, there's no entertainment. There's nothing to entertain you. You have to entertain yourself. So you have to figure out what you really like doing at your core. So that's always a good thing to figure out. And then you'll probably lose a lot of your friends in the process, because you won't really be doing those things that you did back then. But you will get more realistic, authentic friends in the long run, which is way better to have a few good ones than a lot of bad ones. Because you don't want to just be friends with somebody because they like the same beer or whatever, go to a concert or something like that. So, yeah, definitely figure out who you are. So, once you get all that accomplished, which is a decent amount, but this is why we're doing it before we're nomading, you can start nomading. Start simple. I would suggest to start with the vehicle that you have. If you can hack it. We started in our little Ford Escape, and it was small, but it was me and Heather and just one dog at the time, and then we moved up to 2 dogs. It was cramped, but we definitely look back now with some great memories of being super simplistic. It's for simplicity. It's nice because it's kind of like a get and go vehicle, so you can just, if you're sleeping in it, you just wake up and go if you want to, if there's an issue. Anything like that. There's nothing big mechanical. There's nothing really going on that you have to deal with, and you can just do it yourself. So you're going to be kind of into like an initiation to see if you really like it, to keep going for, like, if you want to do this for life, like we are, full-time, all the time, no home to go back to, no stuff to go back to. That's when you're definitely going to figure out if you can hack it or not, if you're good at traveling, being by yourself. All right, and my last big tip is, I think I said it before, but don't subscribe to the giant YouTube channels. Well, you can subscribe to them, but just don't think that your life is going to be like theirs. Most of the time, they're an anomaly. They have lots of money. There's probably like a production company behind some of them, but most of them, yeah, it just makes it look really glamorous. So don't believe that your life is going to be like theirs. It's just not realistic. Ours is definitely just basic, and you can see from our subscribers that we're not gigantic like everybody else's. So just don't go into it thinking that your life is going to be like theirs. It's not a glamorous lifestyle. It's not luxurious. This is nature. This is why we do it. We like being simple. We like getting out of society. We like not supporting big business. We like being on a budget. Like, we can spend more time together. I'm like, in order to keep up that lifestyle that those other ones are running, you're pretty much going to have to work full-time anyways. So you might as well just stay in the city. So if you want to do it our way, just do it cheap. You know, it's not going to be a luxurious, but it's definitely going to be a more authentic and better in the long run for you. And one last tip, go get yourself a dog. There's lots of dogs in the pound. They're fantastic companions. They're fully authentic to you. They love you. They love you. They love you. They are going to be good guard dogs. They're good companions. They're good garbage disposals. They're good for everything. They're good to cuddle with if you get lonely. They're fun to just have along hiking with you. They're fun to cuddle in the bed with you. So definitely go out and get yourself a dog, even if you're by yourself or you're a couple or whoever. Yeah, go out, get yourself a dog. A lot needs saved, and this is the best life for them. It's better than sitting in a slab in a pound or sitting in somebody's house being rescued. This is the best life for them. They can just be out wandering around all day long. I hope this inspired you guys to get out there and get going. Hopefully there's some good tips for you in there. If you have any more questions about how to get to this lifestyle, let us know down below. Otherwise, see you guys next time. Bye.